Hello YouTube, Computer Kid 1416 here, and if I sound a little bit different, that's actually because I'm using a real microphone this time as opposed to just the one on my webcam. This is actually a Logitech made microphone that was designed for one of those Wii karaoke games that my sister had back in the day. And yeah, so I just thought I'd try something a little different, but anyway, what I thought I'd do in this video is just give you guys kind of my thoughts on the Nintendo Switch now that it's been officially announced. And I thought rather than script this out or something like that, what I would do is just kind of go through the trailer in real time with you guys and kind of give my thoughts on it based on what comes up. So you won't be able to hear it or anything because I'm afraid I might violate copyright, but rest assured I am watching it in the background. So as something comes up, I will talk about and hopefully by the end of the video I would have given my thoughts on kind of everything. Okay, so let's get started here. So one thing you'll notice in this trailer before it even begins is that you'll notice that most people in the trailer are 20, look like 20 and 30 somethings. I don't even remember seeing any kids at all. So basically, I think what they're trying to do, and this is a good thing, I think, they're trying to kind of appeal to the, the N64 slash GameCube era people that left to go to Sony and Microsoft. So I think they're trying to kind of bring them back, especially because the Wii was kind of known as the kiddie console and the Wii U. So, yep, I think they're trying to bring back their old fan base. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started with it. Okay, so you see this guy is playing Breath of the Wild, which we already knew about, so no surprise there. Looks pretty good. I do plan on getting that. We'll see how that ends up. Apparently it's got the most open world of any Zelda game, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so now we get to see kind of what the console's all about because he is about to walk his dog. And you can see the console itself is docked right there, but you can see he actually takes his controllers, attaches them to the console, and it becomes a portable immediately. Now this kind of proves what I had predicted all along, but a lot of people weren't sure about, which is that yes, it is a hybrid console. And not only is it a hybrid console, but the actual console is in the handheld itself. So you can think of it like a 3DS or PS Vita or something in the sense that it's a handheld console, but with the little dock that you can see here, that makes it a home console. Now, so basically it's like a laptop dock where the power of the console is still in the handheld, but it just kind of, blows it up to the TV, I guess you could say. So that kind of raises the question of, for the sake of battery life, because it is going to be as powerful as the the Xbox One, as has been rumored. But if that's the case, you wonder, if the bulk of the power is in the handheld, which it is, it makes you wonder if the quality and everything is gonna downgrade when it goes in the handheld mode, to help save with battery life, or is it just always like that? I don't know. My guess is that it probably downgrades to something more along the lines of the 3DS when you put it in handheld mode, although probably more powerful than the 3DS, but anyway. And then when you put it in the home console, even though it is just a dock, it still allows it to kind of unlock the full potential, so to speak. So that's just my prediction, but I don't know what. In general, anything I say, feel free to disagree with me or agree with me, I guess, in the comments. I'm curious to see what you guys think as well. But anyway, let's continue with the trailer. So yeah, the handheld console itself looks really, really nice. It's very sleek looking. It reminds me a little bit of those JXD consoles that are Android based, but they have physical controls. If you guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's basically a tablet, but with physical controls. So that it looks really, really nice, especially for Nintendo. And the screen itself is HD, they've announced, so that's really cool. So it will be more powerful than the 3DS, even in handheld mode. And I think it's a 7-inch screen, they said, so that in tablet territory for sure. So I'm not sure about if it's a touchscreen or not. I don't think they demonstrate that in this video. So, and if it is it resistive or is it capacitive? We'll have to see about that. But so far, I'm impressed with the design of the console, and let's continue. Yep. So just let's talk more about the Switch. Now he's on a plane. Again, just kind of demonstrating. And okay, here's the big kicker here. It does use cartridges, just like we predicted. And by cartridges, we don't mean like NES cartridges. What we mean is like SD cards, or if you're talking about Nintendo, more like 3DS cartridges. Now, Game Explain, by the way, they have great analysis videos of the Switch. They pretty much do this for a living, so if you want more information, definitely go watch their videos. But they break it down like step by step, basically, even more than I am here. But in their analysis, they pointed out that the cartridges look taller and thinner than the 3DS cartridges. So no, this will not be compatible with 3DS, unfortunately. I kind of thought it would be, kind of like a Game Boy Player type thing. But nope, unfortunately that is not the case. Whether there might be downloadable 3DS games in the eShop, possibly, but we'll just have to see about that. Yep, so anyway, that shows that here, and then you can see they're playing together with the girl next to him, so you can assume it's probably some kind of multiplayer. And then here puts it on a kickstand, and even though the controllers are attached, just like when it's in home console mode, you can take them out and kick back on like a plane or something and play it that way, so that's kind of cool. The Joy-Con controllers themselves are what they called. They're kind of the same idea as Wii remotes in the sense that they're one hand per controller, or one controller per hand, sorry. But they look obviously a little bit different. The one on the right here has got your typical 3DS style buttons. And then the one on the left looks to be almost like a nunchuck where it's got a control stick. I didn't pay much attention, but I think it's an actual control stick as opposed to a circle pad, but again, I could be wrong. But anyway, so I don't know if it's like a Wii remote where it's motion-based or if it's just a controller. But you'll see later there is a more traditional Pro controller as well, so that's pretty nice. But anyway, yep, so you see he's on the plane here. Now he gets in his car and... Oh, wait, no. The thing I thought was going to happen doesn't happen until later. So, anyway, let's just continue. So, yep, there's the Pro controller I was talking about. Where he is now playing it more traditionally, which is nice. I do like that. You obviously can't see me right now, but I am giving a thumbs up because I really do like that Pro controller. I'm more of a traditionalist when it comes to that kind of stuff. So, I mean, I like the Wii. I like what they did with the Wii remotes. But, honestly, when the Wii U came out and you had the Pro controller for that, it just felt like a fresher... for a little breath of fresh air. Sorry, I couldn't think of the saying there, but yeah, it felt like a breath of fresh air when I was able to start using that Pro controller again, just because I am kind of traditional when it comes to this stuff. I grew up on the GameCube, so I'm very traditional when it comes to my controllers. And then, okay, this is the part I thought was going to happen earlier. He's in a car now with his friends, and he mounts the console itself to some kind of car mount. I'm guessing they'll probably be partners with certain car dealers that will have mounts in their car. Kind of like the old days where you had DVD players in your car. Kind of like that, but you can mount your Switch to it. I'm sure they'll probably be sold separately, like where you can Velcro it or whatever. Just like a DVD player. Yep, so they're playing Mario Kart, which, okay, by the way, let's start talking about the games a little bit since that's kind of the territory we're getting into now. So, you'll notice this looks like Mario Kart 8 at first. But if you notice again with the Game Explain analysis, I didn't even notice this at first, that King Boo is playable. And King Boo is not in Mario Kart 8. So what does this mean? Well, basically, I'm sorry, I don't know why I paused there, but pretty much I think what they're doing here is that they are taking the Mario Kart 8 engine, which you can see it looks very similar, but they just kind of changed some stuff up a bit to kind of tease people as to, okay, we're working on Mario Kart 9. I don't think that what you're seeing right now is Mario Kart 9 per se, but I do think that they are working on one, maybe in the development, the first stages of it. But they just did that to kind of tease you about it. So I don't think this is Mario Kart 9, but I think that this signals Mario Kart 9, that it's going to be in production. But anyway, I don't think they would be far enough along in production, at least. Well, maybe. If it ends up being a launch title, maybe. But I could be wrong about that. But anyway, let's continue. He's at the They're continuing to play. They're at the real race car track now, which again, kind of, and also playing basketball. I guess kind of again trying to appeal to 20 and 30 somethings as opposed to children. Yep, and now they're playing. I think that's NBA 2K17, which may not actually be on the console, but I guess that's to signify that there will be third-party support. Which again, thumbs up. That's a good thing. I would like to see them work with third parties again, and hopefully bring us back to the N64 and GameCube days again. So that would be really nice to see. Okay, now is the part that I thought was one of the most interesting. Is that now this girl in her house is playing what looks like Mario 3D World. But if you notice, and again, Game Explain goes like frame by frame practically about this, but basically, it looks like to be more open world than 3D World was. And what I mean by that is you can see that he's got the triple jump again, which was not in 3D World. And also, I don't know, just something about the camera angle just signifies that you can go like in all directions as opposed to just one way like in Mario 3D World. So I think this is going to be like a Sunshine 2 or a Galaxy 3 or maybe even an original Mario 3D game. So I hope to see a return to the open world format. I like 3D World, don't get me wrong, but I just kind of miss the open world games. Okay, and again, she's demonstrating the handheld portion, which again, I'm really impressed about. I think they did an amazing job with that design. People were using the Joy-Con controller sideways, which kind of may hint that it's like a Wii remote where you know, it is motion-based, but if you're playing more traditional games, you can put it on its side. Not quite sure about that, but again, well, I guess we'll have to see. Okay, now they're planning out some kind of competitive Splatoon competition, which, nice try, Nintendo, but I don't think that'll ever be a thing, but I am a big Splatoon fan myself, so that would be kind of cool to see, I guess, but again, I guess just trying to appeal to, you know, we're not the kiddie console anymore, we're more professional, more grown up now. I guess that's what that's trying to signify. But I guess what it does mean is that you can connect your consoles either over the internet or maybe even locally. And someone said that the Splatoon footage also looked different. And let me talk a little bit about that. I think that what you're seeing could indeed be a sequel. I'm not really sure about that. But what I do think is that regardless of whether they make sequels to like Splatoon and maybe even Mario Maker, I'm sure we'll see sequels to those at some point. But in the meantime, maybe as launch titles, I would not be surprised if we see enhanced ports of those. Meaning that maybe they're basically the same game as was on the Wii U, but they're just maybe enhanced a little bit. And the reason I say that is because those games were released so close to the end of the Wii U's life cycle that I feel like they're not going to leave all these Splatoon and Mario Maker fans out in the dark. You know, I think they're going to either release them for cheaper through the eShop, because there is no backwards compatibility. As you saw, there was no disc slot or anything. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do some kind of reduced price on maybe downloadable Wii U games, or they make enhanced ports in cartridge form of them. I'm not really sure about that, but I would hope to see some kind of semi-backwards compatibility in the sense that maybe you pay only $3 or $4 or something to download it if you already have it. That would be kind of nice to see, but anyway. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the trailer. It says, of course, coming March 2017, which we already knew. And unfortunately, we won't hear anything else until after the year. So maybe in January we'll see another Nintendo Direct. But we basically know everything we needed to know. You know, at least for me, I've seen enough to know that I'm very impressed so far. So I do want to know more specifics though about like power and, you know, like the processor and stuff, and also more information about the games. But as of right now, I'm very impressed. I think that I know Pete, and it's not just me saying that. I mean, I know I am a Nintendo fan, majorly, but I have heard people that kind of left Nintendo, and like I said earlier, you know, left Nintendo in the GameCube era, and don't really like with a Wii U. I have heard people like that talk positively about the Switch. So I think that Nintendo's done good. I think they've really done what they've been known to do, which is they have a mistake, no problem, just come back and fix it. So let's hope that this is good for Nintendo. And I know their stocks went up when this was announced, so I really hope this does well. And just thought I'd come on camera and give you guys my thoughts. So again, thank you guys for watching, and see you all next time. Bye.